What's up, everybody? Conesy here. Special shout out to... Shut up, Tim. Alright, so we're looking at the AFC playoff race right now. We're going to start with the AFC North. The Ravens sit atop the division at 11-3. The Browns and the Bengals are at 8-6. Looking at their schedules, it looks like the Ravens are going to be playing the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. I have them losing both games to end their season at 11-5. The Browns play the Steelers and the Saints. They win both to go 10-6. The Bengals play the Broncos and the Jaguars and end their season at 9-7 after losing to the Broncos and after winning against the Broncos and losing to the Jaguars. And if I sound like I'm rushing, sorry. I'm sorry if that sounds like a panda excuse, but I'm trying to get this done so I can go to class, so just bear with me. AFC East, we have the Jets. Nobody's been able to stop their run game all year long, so they're 14-0 because of that. And I have them winning both games to go 16-0, beating the Patriots and the Lions to finish the season. The Dolphins at 7-6-1 play the Packers and the Raiders. They beat the Packers and lose to the Raiders to go 8-7-1 to end the season. And we're at the AFC South now. The Jaguars are 11-3, and they play the Colts and the Bengals. I have them winning both games to go 13-3. The Colts are 7-7. I have them playing the Jaguars and the Texans, losing both and going 7-9. The AFC West. The Raiders are 11-2. They play the Hawks, the Chargers, and the Dolphins. I have them losing to the Seahawks, beating the Chargers, and beating the Dolphins to go 13-3. The Chiefs are not far behind, but they don't have a chance to win the division. The Chiefs are 10-4, and they play the Ravens and the 49ers. They win both to go 12-4. And looking at the projected playoff standings, the Jets stand atop the the conference at 16-0. The Jaguars are in second place at 13-3, and they win the tiebreaker against the Raiders. The Raiders are third seed, 13-3. The Ravens are fourth seed, 11-5. The Chiefs are the first wild card team at 12-4, and the Broncos are the Browns are the sixth wild card at 10-6. Looking to the playoffs, we have the Jets and the Jags. They're getting a bye in the week 1. Wild card, we have Raiders Browns. The Browns are looking to get payback for their shellacking they took in week 14. The Ravens and the Chiefs is also a rematch, but it hasn't happened yet because it's a Week 16 rematch. But it's sure to be a good storyline to watch. I have the Raiders winning, and I have the Chiefs winning. In the divisional round, we have the Jets versus the Chiefs. The old, and sometimes wise, Chiefs coach will look to stop the Jets' stout run game. But I see that he will fail if the Jets win this game. The Jaguars play against the Raiders in the former Team Bowl. John Walken, formerly of the Madden 17 Raiders, and Homer Simpson, formerly of the Madden 17 Jaguars, will face off in a grudge match to the death. The Jags will win this one. The conference championship, the Jets versus the Jags. The Jets to this point have been unstoppable. The Jags couldn't crack the code the first time they played the Jets. The Jags can win this game, but they need to do what hasn't been done all year and crack the code to stopping the Jets' run game. I don't think they do it. The Jets win and go to the Super Bowl. We're looking at the NFC playoff race. We have the NFC North now. The Packers are 11-3. They play the Dolphins and the Vikings. They lose to the Dolphins and they beat the Vikings to end their season at 12-4. The Lions are 6-8, and they play the Cardinals and the Jets. They beat the Cardinals and lose to the Jets to go 7-9. The Eagles are 11-3. They play the Titans and they play the Skins to end the season. They win against the Titans and they lose against the Skins to go 12-4. The Skins are 8-5. They play the Cardinals, the Giants, and the Eagles. They win against the Cardinals and the Eagles and they lose to the Giants to go 10-6. The Giants are 8-6. They play the Skins and the Cowboys. They win both games to go 10-6. The Buccaneers are 13-1. They play the Falcons and the Ravens. They lose against the Falcons and beat the Ravens to go 14-2. The Falcons are 8-6. They play the Buccaneers and the Panthers. They win both games to go 10-6. The Saints are 7-7. They play the Cowboys and the Browns. They beat the Cowboys and lose to the Browns to go 8-8. And this one's going to be tight. The NFC West. The Rams are 9-5. They play the Panthers and the Seahawks. They beat the Panthers and they lose to the Seahawks to go 10-6. The Seahawks play the Raiders, the Bears, and the Rams. I have the Seahawks winning out to go 10-6. And the tiebreaker goes down to one common game against the Raiders. This Week 15 matchup against the Raiders is huge in determining who wins the NFC West. Looking at the NFC playoffs, we have the Buccaneers at the top at 14-2. The Eagles win the tiebreaker and get the higher seed, and they get second place at 12-4. The Packers, also 12-4, are 3. The Seahawks are at 4 at 10-6. The Rams are the first wildcard team at 10-6, and the Skins are 10-6, the 6th wildcard team. Week 1, Bucs and Eagles have a bye. The Packers and the Skins play. Two solid teams. The Skins are fighting tooth and nail to get into playoffs. I think they win this game, and they have a lot of steam heading into the next week. The Seahawks play the Rams in the third matchup between division mates. Just about all the cards have been shown at this point. It's time to scrape the bucket. In the divisional round, we have the Bucs versus the Skins. The Red Hot Bucs face up against a DC team with a whole lot of steam, but it's not enough to beat the Buccaneers. The Bucs win. The Eagles versus the Seahawks. The Seahawks will continue their win streak through the divisional round and will head to the conference championship. In the conference championship, we have the Buccaneers versus the Seahawks. Okay. So these two might not be the users you were expecting to see in this game, but it's going to be fun to watch, unless, of course, it's a blowout. So I have the Bucs winning and heading to the Super Bowl. In the Super Bowl, we have the Jets versus the Buccaneers. The undefeated Jets meet the Bucs' stout defense in the Super Bowl. And in this scenario, the Bucs manage to solve the problem that is the Jets' run game and win. Panda wins his first Super Bowl. Unless, of course, there's a rule change and he has to play a computer, because we all know that Panda can't beat the computer. If you like that video, make sure you like and subscribe to keep up with all of the future NNFL activity. If you want to keep up with stats and standings in between videos, go check us out at daddyleagues.com/NNFL. You can follow the NNFL on Twitter at @the_NNFL. If you have a comment or suggestion, leave it in the comment section below. Also, if you want to watch any of our games, check the description for all of the streaming links. As always, thanks for watching.